Okay. Hi, Kai. How are you, friend? Sorry, I'm not on camera. Oh my gosh. I haven't been watching Barbie movies because you haven't been joining and I've been sad. Ugh, I'm dealing with some technical difficulties, but I think I got it now. Come on, work. I don't blame you. I do love movie nights. You're right. That is not a lie. Yeah, this is not working. Okay. Take a deep breath. Oh, that's one of them. The other one is VR Nocturne. Davy. This is Kai. Kai is I love Ale movie nights too. That's their name on Discord. Because they like watching movies with me. Okay, so we're gonna end the night by reading a bedtime story because we all should go to bed, and hopefully this will not be broken. Do you see it? Sunset Ashes. Okay, so this is my last thing I'm going to do before we go to bed. Hope you don't mind. We love bedtime stories. This is a short one, by the way. Huh? Huh? Days of climbing, days of lean on the ground, and I'm still not used to the low oxygen. Hold on, let me lower this down a little bit. Mm, bingo. Beautiful. Okay. You mean days of sleeping? I said sleeping. I know there's a P in it. I heard sleeing. You're just not listening to me. You're not talking loud enough or in my direction. Don't pick on me. It's hard to breathe up here. I'm climbing this mountain for you and you want to complain about the direction I'm looking? Fair enough. At least I'm getting the best view from behind. You watch it. I don't think I like you right now for picking on me. Love you, still love you, but not sure I like you. We can turn back if you want to. No, I can do this. Not about to turn back now after climbing for so many days already and spending so much money on the gear. Well, I'll tell you what, if you collapse, I can always carry you. I don't have to look at you to know there's a wink with that. I might not be in the best shape of my life, but I'm not about to fall over, and I will not be carried if I wouldn't let you carry me on our wedding night. No one's ever carrying me. Eek! The last gust of wind chilled through my windbreaker and down to my bones. Why is it so cold? Roar! Eek! That last wind chilled through the windbreaker and down my bones. Why is it so cold? I'll hydrate, just for you, Wolf Moon. It's going to get a bit colder before the day is over. Ugh, and you do this all the time for fun. Why again would you want to be in the cold like this so often? We grew up where it's warm. It's so warm. We never had winter. Just summer and less hot summer. You don't sweat as badly as I do. I call this a welcome change of scenery and body odor. Loads of fun in my books. Fun? We could live up north for the cold. What would compel someone to climb mountains for fun? You know me. I've always loved talking in a beautiful view whenever the opportunity presents itself. My butt is off limits on this mountain. No way are any layers of clothes coming off me. Well, shucks. And here I am hoping for you to warm me up. If you're not careful, I'll give you a nice slap to warm you up. It'll be a slap of love. I remember the last time you gave me a love slap. Just thinking about it makes my face sore. It was a pretty fierce hit. You asked me to slap you that time, remember? Yeah, true. But if I know you were going to slap me that hard, I may not have asked at that time. We recently gotten back together from being broken up for 6 months. After having been together for 3 years, I had some pent-up frustration to still let out. Besides, you should be thanking me. I sobered you up. If I hadn't slapped you then, you definitely would have lost that dart game. That was a really good dart game. I suppose you did make it up to me later that night. What? You remember, right? When I took you home and baked cupcakes that night? Cupcakes? I don't remember any cupcakes. I made vanilla and lemon cupcakes for my sister's birthday the next day. I let you have one as an apology. You mean I spent the past 2+ decades not remembering correctly how the rest of the night went? I must have hit you harder than I thought. I do remember actually winning the dart game, right? I'll never tell. What? Hello.
Hello, this is Base Camp. You hearing us up here there?
Loud and clear, Base Camp.
How's the climb going? You still on schedule?
I'm alright, and yeah, still on schedule. Taking it slow and steady. Alex is probably having the easiest climb ever.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I'm just trying to show off in front of my wife is all. Everything good down below?
Well, it's clear in our neck of the woods. We're reading some heavy winds further up the path. We mapped out for you, though.
How heavy is heavy exactly? A storm?
No, not a storm. Generally, I say any climber will be fine, but since it's your first, Nick, we want to let you know so you're not surprised.
How worried should I be?
Nothing you can't survive. It might be hard enough to create whiteout conditions and force you into cover for the night. However, so if you go forward, there's a chance it will take another day.
Do I have any other options?
If you head east, there is a flat clearing that will take you far around the mountain and eventually curve back up. It's along a road, so we didn't consider it. There's no guarantee you'll make it before sundown if you go that route, so you'll need to haul it in order to keep on schedule. Only other option is west along the mountain's sharp ridge. Honestly, it's the more dangerous route, and we intentionally avoided that area since it's your first climb. If you take the ridge, it curves up enough to make you reach the summit faster. But you should take it slow anyway. There are hooks along the chains to help climbers easily. All depends on how well you think you can handle it.
So the heavy winds that might hold us back a whole day. Easy clearing that I have to run through, or pray I don't have a fear of heights. Alex, what option would you choose? What option, chat? Forward and push through the strong winds. 2. East, making a run for it over the clearing. Or west, using the ridge to move past the weather. 1, 2, or 3. Which one? Pick.
So sorry, there was some interference. What was that?
Making for the clearing. Hope all the running on the elliptical will have been enough training.
Roger that. Be safe and cautious. If you need any support or updates, let us know.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Base camp out.
Are you sure you're going to be fine going this way? Sure. If you can do it, I can do it. Yes, ma'am. I really hate running. There's a woman who always wants me to sprint the last leg whenever we would go for walks with the dogs. We both could use the exercise. Besides, if we had done it more often, this would be a lot easier to run. I'm doing fine. Shut up, you. Where are the loving words of encouragement? How is that not encouraging? I'm encouraging you to step up and spite me. Oh, I'm going to spite you. Not with that tone. Come on. Put those lungs to work and shout it. I'm going to spite you. With emphasis? I'm going to hit this summit by the nightfall. Now we're cooking. Cooking? Oh, how I miss food. We had food a few hours ago. Beans. I had beans. I want something more filling. Something delicious. You mean something sweet? I want ice cream and cake and brownies. So you're going to bake? Not a chance. Delivery. I do like delivery. Doesn't involve driving. Or cooking. Or putting on clothes. We need clothes to answer the door. You mean I can't stay on the couch while you answer the door? You're lucky I love you. I know. And this is why I push us to do more exercise while walking up the dogs. Oh, I know. And hey, I am always supportive of us walking the dogs together. Hi, thank you for liking the stream. You still aren't helpful. How am definitely not helpful when walking the dogs. I asked you which path we should go. I asked you which paths we should go each afternoon, and you always had me choose. You never choose it. It always feels like you don't care about walking. And then you tell me you can keep walking for hours. Saying that usually makes you want to push yourself a bit more for spite. Yes, and it aggravates me. It just makes me think of how out of shape I am. I never mean for it like that. You know, I did cross country and sports in school. I'm used to being on my feet for hours. Yeah, back in school. How old are we now? You're still the most beautiful 21-year-old I know. Flattery doesn't work while I'm running through the snow in low oxygen. Well, it was worth a shot. I'm sorry, though. My legs are one of the things I like keeping up on. I never mean for you to feel out of shape. I know. It's still irritating even though you don't mean for it to be. Whenever we go for a walk, all I hear is my head. Is my football coach from high school. When my legs started hurting, he said, "Good, so you can still feel them. Then you can still move them. Get back to running." Wasn't there something else he would say after that? As soon as I tell him I can't feel my legs anymore, he said, "Better, now you don't feel them hurting. Get back to running." I'm not you, and you are not your coach. You're right. I'm much better looking than he was, and you are even better looking than me. If we weren't in a hurry to reach the summit, I swear. I know, you can slap me later. And by the way, I always care about going for walks with you. I know, they're great chances for you to take photographs with your camera. No, that's just a bonus. I like going so we can talk. We're at work all day long, and then at night we spend part of it on the couch watching shows on streaming channels. Our walks are the best times when we can really talk about anything and everything. We do always talk about everything while going for a walk. I can tell you about some ridiculous project I want to work on, and you humored me. Then you tell me, about your day, and everything you worked on. I have to be honest, I still have no idea what you meant every time you would mention computer programming. It's alright. I honestly have no idea what you were talking about each time you bring up financial planning. When I took economics in college, I got a C. That's why I am in charge of the budget. And that's another thing. I can talk about the budget with you when we walk. Everything is in topic. No, Davy, stay for the rest of the story. Everything is the topic. Our walks are one of the best things we have ever done. Kind of like now? Exactly, like now. Also, you're not as out of shape as you say you used to be. What makes you say that? I could always tell when you're getting tired near the end of the walk, because you would spend the whole time breathing heavy. I felt like I had to think of conversation topics I could handle by myself since you didn't talk. Now look at you, keeping up with the conversation perfectly. Think you can keep it up until the end? Longer than you can, mister. Ooh, a challenge. I feel a bit bad, though. I do, after all, I have pretty big advantage. I have an advantage, too. You do? What advantage is that? Didn't you say I'm 21? You're an old man, well past 40. Ouch. Going right for the age. You're just lucky I see the end of the clearing right up ahead. You mean you're lucky. Let's get this over with then. From there, it's a quick slope up the summit. Want to race? Want to lose? I have the major advantage here. We shall see, my dear. We shall see. It's on. Very cute. We made it. I can't believe it's... But we actually... Wow, it's incredible. Isn't it? It was worth making the ridiculous climb to get all the way up here. Oh, it was, huh? You're not salty about the days of sleeping on the ground in the freezing cold with no shower? That was a minute ago. But now I think this may be the prettiest sight I've ever seen because of you. Better than the sunset on the riverboat from our honeymoon? Yes, even prettier than that. Honeymoon was a lot more fun than climbing a mountain, though. As I recall, our honeymoon still involved a lot of walking. It was crazy hot, too. It didn't require me to bundle up with all these layers. It didn't have that crisp mountain breeze. It didn't have me eating mostly beans for every meal. We lucked out that our honeymoon took place during a chocolate festival is all. It also involved drinking. Hey, I wouldn't have stopped you from bringing alcohol up here. Running across that clearing while drunk would have not gone so well. Yeah, but then you could invent a new drunk Nick dance. Oh gosh, no. I had enough of those dances. Nothing tops the white Russian dance. I love the way you pump your arms and boogie back and forth. White Russian? Oh, white Russian. Now that's the spirit. Last dance I'm doing from up here, it's really a long way down and I don't need to slip. Fair point. Anyway, like you said, it was a great honeymoon. It was. We had some great memories from the trip. I love all the photos you took for us to look back on. Good thing I got into photography as passing hobby. You always took a lot of photos from your past climbs too. Photos of scenery like this for me to see when you get home. I always wanted you to see it for yourself. But now I'm here. Seeing it for yourself in person is different, isn't it? Do you have a camera? Need to take pictures of it setting? Oh, you're right. Let me pull it out and snap a few photos. The kids are going to love this. So are the grandkids. I'll bet those little tykes won't even know what to make on this. Probably that is magical. Something only read about in a fantasy book. Or see in a movie. Not fictional anymore. So you really like it? The grandkids would have it, right? It is magical. I'm glad to hear that. I had no idea it would be something like this. If I'd known, I would have done this sooner. You're doing it now. I would have done it together. We are here together. Not like how I wanted. Not like how you always wanted. Not with you right next to me. Not like how it's supposed to be. I'm so sorry. Life isn't fair. I was supposed to lose you so soon. Not this soon. He's dead. Those are her. That's his ashes next to her. Not the feels. Oh man. I'm sad now. We had almost 30 years and I want more. I want more years of you being awesome and loving me. I even want more years of you irritating me like a brat. I actually miss you always finishing my sentences. It was so aggravating how you could always imagine exactly what I would say before I say it. and then keep me moving the conversation along. I miss that now. I miss you coming home from an adventure and telling me about it. Whenever you came back from the climb, you'd tell me how you would have to talk to yourself and pretend you were talking to me. How keeping a conversation with yourself helped you focus and keep them getting tired. I tried doing that. I climbed this damn mountain pretending you were right here beside me talking to me. It helped. It really helped. I don't want to stop hearing your voice. I know. I miss you. I miss you so much. Sometimes I text your phone. I keep hoping you'll reply with the usual smooch or smuggle message. It's silly. It's not silly. I'm sorry I didn't do it more often. I even listen to your voicemail so I don't forget what you sound like. You have such a stupid cliche voicemail. Why couldn't you do something funnier? At least I can still imagine your voice when I read something you wrote. Do you remember the poem you wrote me? I do. It was so bad. I love that poem. You wrote it for me. I wrote it the first time I saw a view like this one. I wish I'd written it better. If I know those would be last words that make you think of me, I promise I would have tried harder. You didn't need to. You're perfect just the way you were. And I love keeping those words close to me. As the sun sets, I feel compelled to sit quietly and stay a while, like how your own beauty and wonder brings me a smile. I wait patiently. There as a star falls past the skies, and then I see only you as it gets dark and I close my eyes. I dream of all the adventures I've had with you at my side, the times we laughed, danced, hollered, and cried. Hi, Lethal. We're reading some bedtime stories. Memories of awestruck sights with us both thinking, wow, dreams I repeat with you for as long as my sleep would allow. Then as I wake, the morning sun caresses my face, making me think you there offering a warm embrace. I reached in and pulled out the one-word note you stuck in my bag. Boo. It makes me smile and start the day remembering how much I love you. I hate you sometimes, you know? I know. Remember what I always say about hating someone? Hate is a strong word. It takes a lot of time and energy to really hate someone. I'm glad to know I was worth the time and energy. I'll never stop. You'll always be worth it. Thank you. I love you, my bear. And I love you, mi hermosa. Goodbye. Wait, so there's different playthroughs? Oh, because of the different... You play through the game with the music on. Wait, that's an achievement? Wait, so there's different endings? Oh my gosh. I want to know the different endings. This is so sad. Okay. So, Wolfman, you picked 2. This time I'm gonna pick 1 and see what happens. Maybe we can skip all this. One. Sorry.
Sorry, there was some interference. What was that?
We're going to push forward. At least the only way to go is straight up if the weather gets bad.
Roger that. Be safe and cautious. If you need any support or updates, let us know.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Base camp out. Are you sure you're going to be fine going this way? Sure. If you can do it, I can do it. Yes, ma'am. How long is this going to last? Only been more than a couple of hours. It can't be too far now. I don't know. Oh yeah, I had forgotten about that. Not exactly the best decision ever. Every time you tell the story, you always mention it being the dumbest thing we have ever done. But it was the dumbest thing I ever done. Still ranks as number one. It's one of the few things I could happily never do again. Was it as bad as this? I don't know. I think driving in whiteout conditions was worse. Still can't believe some idiot barreled down the highway, hoping no one would be slowing down ahead of time. Feels like a miracle. You want to stop? No, I am making the summit in time for the sunset. You can always see the sunset in the morning, or I can see the sunset and the sunrise beside you. No, I'll never get up early enough to see the sunrise. Yeah, well, a year ago I had said there's no chance of ever getting you on a mountain like this. Now here we are. Congratulations! You have officially been the most positive and negative influence on me. No, you're nothing short of the saint who married a stubborn woman. In fact, it's you who had the negative effect on me. Is that so? And how did I negatively affect you? Well, I remember being able to eat almost anything and be quite healthy. Oh, I see. So I exposed you to good food, and then your belly couldn't take junk food. Purely subjective. Is that all? Well, what negative effects have I supposedly had on you? I knew it. I domesticized you, and you have no ammo. And negative on me? I was never this stubborn before I met you. Never? Never. Pretty sure I didn't make you stubborn overnight. Remind me how much effort you put into making me have ketchup with my meals. What kind of real person doesn't have ketchup with fries? There's nothing wrong with the lack of ketchup. You used to have no condiments with any meal. I did you a favor. Coming from someone who has cat cheese with everything, I don't think so. You're not embracing cat cheese is a failure on my part. When I get down from this mountain, the first thing I'm going to do is smother you in ketchup and cheese. Oh, this has taken a darker turn. Get your head out of the gutter. Is where my head always goes. Plus, given the current situation, it's kind of hard to avoid thinking about your butt. I can't see my butt in all the snow. You have a pretty good imagination, but you're horrible. I know, but that's why you love me. I do, you peeing in the butt. Not yet. Alex! Sorry. I'm trying to keep you in a high spirit. Figure is the best way to help you get through this. Pick the worst times to flirt with me. Nonsense, I am perfectly timed flirt. I know all the moves, the best moves. Says the man who asked us for permission for our first hug. I was being a gentleman. And our first kiss? An exceptional gentleman? You think so, huh? I do. Besides, I didn't ask permission any time after that. So much for being a gentleman. Hey, I was still a gentleman in my approach on every occasion. The only reason you ever got a second kiss was because you earned a lot of brownie points for making me a CD. Well, I did make a pretty awesome CD for you. Wow, that was a long time ago, must have been. Don't say it. You say it and it's proof we're old. Honey, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but we're a bit old. Our parents made mixtapes and we made CDs, and our kids made playlists. I wonder what the grandkids will do when they're old enough to take. I don't think they even know what a mixtape is. There's still time to learn. They can read all about it on microfiche. I have never had to use a microfiche. What? How do you never have to use one? We had real computers in my school. And says the person who always needs me to fix her computer. I'm trying to help you feel young, sweetie. Reminding you of when you were in college and always had to fix your parents' and grandparents' computer. Oh yeah, those are the fun times. Who could have forgotten having my grandfather get a dozen viruses a month from opening bad emails, and then my mother would always volunteer me to fix it. Remember the one time you got her back? Yeah, that player wouldn't work, so I told him how great she could be at fixing it since her classroom had one. She was furious when she called. She laughed pretty hard though, too. I think she was proud of you for it. And then I think I was the last time you were volunteer to help win-win. Yeah, I need to think of something like that to put our kids through. Better think fast. I think it's starting to clear up. If it is, then we must be almost at the end. See, I told you I could make it all the way through without losing a day. I knew you would. Come on, let's get out of this. And then it's short, tight coming to the summit. We made it. I can't believe it. We actually did. Oh, it's the same ending. So I guess it's different conversations when you pick the different routes. Yeah, the honeymoon talk. Okay, it's the same ending. Just different conversations. Yeah, see, same thing. This was so sad. It was good. That was a good story. Alright, we're gonna go read out. Thank you so much for being here. You're all amazing. There is a sponsor stream later today. If I don't sponsor stream today, then there'll probably be a stream either Friday or Saturday. Or Sunday. Remember, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are pop-up streams, not scheduled streams. But today's stream will be only an hour long. It's going to be pretty short because it's just to showcase a demo of a horror game. Okay, let's go raid somebody. This was cute. That was really sad and cute. Bye, everybody.